hard to get to. And, Paimon wasn't the only one who saw that weird thing up there, right? All those eyes inside of it? Talk about creepy.
I believe that's how the ruler of death keeps an eye on Teyvat. Quick!
Look! It's Moeka!
I have grown weary of the endless wait. The fate of this land is of no interest to me anymore.
However, you humans managed to meet the expectations of the heavenly principles. For that result, you deserve praise. Moeka, as the price for using my power, I shall now bear witness to your death. And with you, the war that your nation has waged for more than 1,000 years shall meet its end.
Moeka!
You got here sooner than I expected.
What are you doing?
Closing the final chapter on the plan that has consumed Natland for 500... No. For the entirety of our history. We've eradicated the Abyss from Natlan, but its power remains in worlds beyond Teyvat, tremendous and unyielding. Only by completely restoring the Night Kingdom can we defend against its corrosion in the long run. But the architect of the Night Kingdom is near her end. She lacks the power for such a task. And worse still, if her life force is depleted, the rules of Natlan disappear along with her. We have no need for the Ode of Resurrection right now, but it remains Natlan's strongest defense should the Abyss return one day.
So, you're planning to...
Yes. My plan is to once again place my life within the sacred flame. 500 years ago, I gave my life for the chance to be reborn in this era. A chance to see all my plans to completion. And now, to sustain the Lord of the Night, I will give my life once more.
I respect your decision, Moeka, but this method requires an immense sacrifice. The flames of your life force are exceedingly strong, but a life sustained by fire is one destined to die out one day. What will you do then?
I've thought about that. With the Abyss out of the picture for now, the Sacred Flame's power will be consumed at a much slower rate. My life force should be able to sustain it for another 200 or 300 years. Future Pyro-Archons will continue to seek new sources of fire. As long as Natlan's legacy endures, the Night Kingdom will survive, impervious to the Abyss.
Once again, you place hope in the hands of the future.
But the pilgrimage can replenish the power of the sacred flame. We can give it that meaning. Why shoulder this burden by yourself?
Because I want the pilgrimage to change. The pilgrimage was an essential part of our struggle against the Abyss, a grand competition full of promise and glory. But it also chained our people to an inescapable destiny. Fear and anxiety have been our constant companions. We knew what the consequences would be if we laid down our arms. Morality left us with no other choice. And so, Natlan became the nation of war. This is where Xbalanque defeated the dragons and granted our people the liberation of their flesh. And now, in the same place, I have the chance to grant them the liberation of their spirit. There will be no war, only competition, one fueled by our dreams for the future rather than a desperate struggle for survival. A new future deserves a new meaning, a chance to take a definitive step forward.
Very noble indeed. But what does any of this have to do with you? You speak of duty, but not yourself. In my eyes, Malika, you are not inherently special. A child of Natlan among countless others. Yes, the situation is urgent, and the ley lines must be restored right away. But it is too heavy a burden for you to shoulder alone.
That is where we differ, Lord of the Night. You see all humans as the same, but I understand what it means to be a leader. A leader is swift and decisive in the face of reality. Someone capable of making the right choice even when there are no good options on the table. Sacrificing the remainder of my life to help Natlan overcome this crisis. That is the right choice. After all, leadership is built on the trust of ordinary people. Without them, there is no Archon. The people look to their leader to make the world a better place and stand up for them when it counts. For that reason, I must see my duty through to the very end.
But what about you, Malika? You still haven't talked about what you want. Is it that unimportant to you?
It's not important, Citlali. There is nothing more important than protecting the future we built together.
I shall accept Malika's sacrifice for the Lord of the Night as her death, and I will bear witness to the very end. Thus concludes the deal I made with Xbalanque several thousand years ago. Lord of the Night, you may now begin. What are you waiting for?
There is another who wishes to take part in the ceremony. And I cannot disregard their intentions. I must wait.
Another?